Come on in, I'm Finn and... Wait, something's not right. Much better. For the past weeks, I've been obsessing over Silksong, and I thought I should continue the tradition of drawing Hollow Knight characters as humans that started this channel, and do some Silksong jijinkas. So without further ado, let's begin! I had to draw Hornet even if I already drew her in my first video, not only because she's the main character and I thought since a long time has passed since the events of the first game, it makes sense she could look slightly different from my Hornet design from Hollow Knight, but also because it's also been a while since I made the first video and I thought I could do much better. The thing is, I wanted to take Hornet into a different direction. Instead of drawing her like a knight, I decided to make her outfit reflect her hunter nature. I already liked Hornet in Hollow Knight. She was not my favorite character, but I liked her. Silksong made me appreciate her so much more. She's such a fun yet badass character to follow, and now she's one of my favorites. I love how silly some of her animations look, and how many of her hunter journal entries talk about wanting to pet fluffy creatures. But she is also incredibly cool. That prison break scene, when she breaks that guy's neck, holy crap, that was insane. I wanted to reflect her serious and determined attitude in her pose, and I still made her look a bit princessy and elegant, but like she couldn't if she wanted to. Oh, and I added a rosary chain since we don't want her to lose them. Again. Ouch. There has been so much controversy regarding if Silksong is unfair or if it's just a matter of getting good, and I don't know. I do enjoy the challenge, but I do admit I was not the biggest fan of all the flying enemies, especially these guys. They really made me miss primal aspects. But anyways, Hornet is done. Do you think I've improved since my first Hornet design? Now, before we go any further, I must say I'm one of those crazy people that 100% the entire game within the first 2 weeks. I'll try to keep spoilers to a minimum, but from this point forward, I'll talk about Act 1 and 2 and do mention some Act 3 stuff. So if you haven't finished the game yet, come back after you experience peak gaming, or continue watching if you don't care. As I was saying, I really enjoyed Silksong despite having some small issues with it. I do like a challenge, but I can see why it's not a game for everyone. As a person that did the Hollow Knight Pantheons and 100% completed the game, I agree when people say Hollow Knight is the Silksong tutorial. I personally cannot wait for a Pantheon DLC. There are so many bosses that I enjoyed fighting and would like to master their fights. Some of the boss fights in this game were incredibly well designed and so fun to learn, and others made me want to burn them in the fire pits of hell from where they were conceived. But talking about good boss fights, I beat Lay's first try and thought, oh, that was easy. It was fun, but I wish it was a more challenging fight. Needless to say, I ate my words. Twice. Anyways, I really liked Lays, even before learning about her lore. Her laughing at me dying made me love her. As you will see later, I enjoy dramatic jerks. At first I thought of making the white part of her head her hair, but I thought it would look cool if I made her have jester vibes, which could fit her playful and theatrical personality, so I gave her a jester hat. I kept her design as simple as possible, adding some patterns so the outfit could look a bit more elegant, some white roses to note the flower field her second fight takes place, and some ballerina shoes, because I thought the way she moves and stands had some ballet vibes, and to reference that she's made of silk. So here's Lace. And now my queen, my goddess, the legend herself, Sharah. Every time I could hear her sweet melodic voice or find a trail of her posanka rings, I could rush to give her my money. Especially because some of these areas are brutal. I saw debate online of which one of these areas is the new Deep Nest, and you know it's bad when there are like 5 different contenders. And to that I say, I think we all should apologize to Deep Nest, because traversing it is like a gentle walk in the park comparing it to bile water. At least Deep Nest had a hot spring instead of maggot-infested water. So back to Sharah. I had to make her buff. I know in games she's built like a stick figure, but that's because there are 3 body types in Farloom: stick figure, round, and eldritch horror. So for the sake of having more realistic and diverse body types, I decided to make her strong. And because I like buff ladies. It just makes sense, she's not only a warrior but also a cartographer, so you know she never skips leg day. People argue online about who is better, Sharah or Cornifer. Guys, let's not put 2 divas against each other. Sharah has the vocals and helps you with enemies, while Cornifer prices are lower and has maps for every area. I swear some maps in Silksong were so hard to find for no reason. So about my design for Sharah. I wanted to give her more rings in her design. So apart from the ones from her arms, I also gave her rings in her legs and hoop earrings to bring the whole look together. I also gave her some cloth, skirt, tunic thingy to mimic the shape of her tail. And finally I gave her long braids to mimic her antennae. And here's Sharah. I hope I make her come across as the type of character who is nice and caring and would kill all your enemies. And finally, the most important character to me, Troio. I just really like this freak. All the other characters from this video were characters I just had to include. The main character, the rival, the friendly ally, and then Troio. I drew Troio for me, because I'm here to spread the Troio propaganda. I don't know why, the moment he showed up I was like, him. He's my comfort character now. I love you, you pathetic theater kid. I love the way he fakes out his death, and when you go to check on him again, he keeps faking it over and over and over. And spoilers for Act 3. The way I screamed where tormented Troio appeared. I cheered when he turned emo. I really like how he's not haunted or anything, he's just like that. I've barely seen any content regarding Troio online, and it's usually people who complain about how annoying and stupid he is. And as a Troio enjoyer I have to say, they are correct, and I love him for that. For his human design I just kept asking myself, how can I make him look gayer, and didn't stop until I was satisfied. I think my method worked because I really like how he turned out. At first I was gonna make him have a cape to represent his wings, but I thought of giving his shirt fringes, and that idea captivated me. Like, imagine him fighting my human version of Hornet and just slapping her with his fringed tornado after throwing a sparkly ball at her. Amazing, I know. And with Troio we are done! Here are all my designs for this video. Let me know who's your favorite, and what do you think about Silksong so far? Are you taking your time with the game, or did you finish it in a week like I did? There are many other Silksong characters that I wanna draw. Yeah, I see you typing about Sharah, don't worry. I'll probably make a second video. That's everything for today, see you in the next one! Faridula simanet, Tony Puana Borinet, Inasami Manizet, Dana Fans you love